few days ago, I extracted out my plants that didn't sell at the fall show to sell at the spring show. These are the plants that I set aside to sell at the fall show that didn't sell, and look, to my surprise, this How We Are lava burst is in bloom. So someone's gonna get a really nice little plant. Unfortunately, it looks like the iOS sales tags did not survive very well, and I've had to replace this one already, but they don't do very well when exposed to water. Here are the plants that didn't sell. They're sitting on my stepladder, so hopefully Pinto won't eat them until I can put them away. Almost all of the Katia plants did manage to find new homes. Only 3 came back. And as you can tell from the holes in this tray, I did manage to sell a few of my Miraclone babies, despite the fact that the tags were terrible. I did pretty well at the spring show, and I didn't get a chance to put my orchids away last night when I got home. Between the time change for daylight savings, dinner was very late, and so I basically left it until today. I'm gonna just share my ribbons as I take them out. I want to put them away back on the shelves before I go to work so that Pinto doesn't eat them. I left the wrapping on, but I don't want to leave the wrapping on all night. I mean all day. But I left them on over the night so that he wouldn't eat them in the evening. So let's see. I have got 2 boxes of orchids that went to the show. And I have so I went to the Equigenera booth at the show, and I realize now that I didn't ever take video of the vendors, and fortunately or unfortunately, they had 2 guys from Equigenera manning the booth. One of them didn't really speak English very well, and my Spanish is terrible, and I was trying to explain to him that my Ionopsis was in really bad shape. I showed him some photos. We used Google Translate, and eventually what he offered was just that I could take a plant from, so that I was just gonna buy another Ionopsis, Tricholoides, and they didn't bring any extras. So the one that I bought was the only one that had come. There were no like extras that were available for sale, and he just told me that I could take another plant from the sales table in exchange. So I picked this Cattleya Eerie color right here. It's really nice. It has 2 growths. We'll see how it does for me. And you know, everything's gonna get repot later, but put it on the table over there. Pinto's in here, so this is gonna be interesting if I can get stuff up onto my shelves, or you know, back on the shelves here. So let's see. I can get this out. I took my Myrmecophila Wendlandii, and it received a first place ribbon. I also suspect it may have been the only one in its class. Here in the frozen north is not common for people to grow Myrmecophila, which used to be Schomburgia. So, you know, possibly no competition, though I do think it is nicely flowered, and I'm glad that I received first place ribbon. So that's, that goes on my hanging shelf. Let me see if I can get it back. Lots of stuff got sort of bent. It was hanging from the orchid tree for the iOS display. All right, so ribbon. And let's see. I have another hanger here. So this right here is, this is Dendrobium anceps right here. You know, I thought I had gotten a ribbon on it, but I don't see it here. Oh, maybe it fell in. So it also got a first place ribbon, and it had 3 flowers. It has some more, it's like, they're hard to see, but kind of nice. I didn't know if it was also on the tree. The tree was kind of far back because this iOS display was so large, and I didn't know if people could see the flowers, but I guess the judges could, and it did get a first place ribbon. And I'm very pleased for that. I don't know how many others would be in that class. I had to put it in the 4th and final Dendrobium class of like everything that's not above, because it's not one of the other types that's recognized. You know, not a Latoria type or a Spatulata type, you know, Antelope type. So that's pretty nice. I have this, which got nothing because I forgot to register. I forgot to put it on my plant registration sheet. This is Aliciara Takako Kanoi. I think the pattern on it is gorgeous. But yeah, I somehow forgot to register it. So it didn't get anything. All right, I'm gonna hopefully try to edit out the sections where I'm off putting my plants away. Let's see. All right, how do we get this stuff out? It's also big. Okay, this is a Cerulean Petalayer Intermedia. It is Orlata Equini Cerulean, and it also received a first place in its class. Very happy about that. It's only 1 flower. It's young. This is actually a first bloom for me on this, but I'm very pleased to have done it. I think it's bloomed before, but this is the first time I bloomed it. It goes right there. So three first place ribbons. I think that's all my first place ribbons. Oh no, there's one more. But very, very happy to receive that. I also took both of my Fire Magics. So here's one of them. I got this one from H&R. It's white with pink flaring and a yellow lip. And then I have a second one in this box. That was from H&R. This one is from Sunset Valley Orchids, and it's very different. So I think they both use Tokyo Magic 6-1 as one parent, but then I guess the other parent's different. So this one's like red with layers, and this one is white. Not fabulously different for the same thing. I submitted them in different classes. They didn't win anything, but I thought it was fun to send them. All right, I have to find someplace else to put this one. There's no room on the shelves right now. flower on the one from Sunset Valley Orchids has some blotches on it. I don't know, like, one of the buds took damage or there's something going on, but I did send one Richard Mueller, because how could I go to a show and not send a Richard Mueller? This is Claudia Cotarello. There was a really beautiful Epi Magic Wand that was in the Wisconsin Orchid Society display, and I believe that I think it got the first and best of class for hybrid Cattleyas. It was very, very nice. Okay. So this is an unnamed hybrid. Oh, and I got a ribbon on it. I didn't realize this one got a ribbon. So this is Tropical Sunset by Tokyo Magic. In fact, Tokyo Magic 6-1. It was basically one flower open. I don't know. I sent it with the kind of pondering of, did I want to pull it for AOS judging? But the flowers are really cupped on it. I don't know if it's, you know, would look better if it opens more. I don't know, the sepals are a little wonky. They're just not, they're not like, you know, open and stuff. I got a 3rd place on it. I've submitted this in other colors. Or possibly I submitted it in orange and I allowed the judges to move it. Let's see, they put what class it was in. It stay in orange. 23. So they allowed it to stay in orange. And again, I need a place to put this. It goes on the shelf next to my golf green hair pig. But I can't quite reach the shelf right now because I've got a box, but here's the golf green hair pig. So I just I'm gonna try to put it on the ground and hope that Pinto doesn't eat it until this video is over. Then, all right, I have this little guy, which, I don't know. It's got nice little flowers. It's pink. This is Donna Pisanen crossed to, I think, Tropical Sunsets. Tropical Star. Didn't get anything. The flowers are a little damaged now. It had better presentation before, like the petals didn't curve back, but now they are. I don't know if it got dry or what, but now they're curving. This poor thing did not open in time. I took it, I thought it would open, but they turned down the lights in Nichols Hall and it was really dark and it was really cold and it did not open in time. It's open now. This is Carolyn Reed Glowing Embers. It's a red, but it didn't open in time. So, of course, it got nothing. I brought home one Phalaenopsis from work. That's right here. And it got a 1st place. I'm really surprised because I think, so the flowers, so it's a red. I think I put it in other colors. So the flower on this side, see, they're like crooked, but in the display it was presented like this. And so I think it got a 1st place ribbon because Anne is great at presenting orchids that have wonky presentation. So that was basically due to Anne. I think that this one ribbon because I'm not sure, that this is really as worthy. See, this side's much nicer. All right, so that's one box. And I'm gonna try to get this box out of the way. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put my Maxillaria back. Okay, in this box are 2 more. I took a Maxillaria variabilis that was yellow. I got it last year from Equigenera. It's very nice. Got a lot of new growth coming in. It's just the beginning of Variabilis season. It's got a lot, so it's got these nice, beautiful, lemony, butter yellow flowers in it. And I just took it because it was in bloom, and it was, you know, it's a nice full plant. It did not get anything, but that is because it was in the Maxillaria class. I put it up against my other Maxillaria, which is right here in this box. Most of the greenery in here belongs to it. And this was my big winner of the show. So this is my Maxillaria Variabilis Pinto's Delight. I got a CCM on it a few years ago. It hasn't been repot yet, but I have broken the pot on it, so I'll probably have to repot it now just because the pot is snapped, and it's very heavy. So it has little black flowers. It's a black Variabilis, and it's just sort of starting its season. I usually get, you know, like 100 or so flowers on it, and so I got the first place for Maxillaria, and I got it best of class. And I didn't think it would actually get anything because I saw like a beautiful tenuifolia, and somebody had a Maxillaria pumila in the iOS display, but it was up on the tree, and pumila is like a miniature, and I don't know that anyone could see the flowers on it. I couldn't see the flowers on it. It was also dark, and so I don't know if because the judges couldn't see the flowers in the pumila because it was so far away that, you know, my Variabilis got it instead. But one of the clerks who's in the iOS said she lobbied for my plant. In her judging group, they had Maxillaria, and apparently now I owe her a division. So, though that's based on apparently the deal that we made when I originally got this, which I don't remember that well, but I believe her. Where we apparently split the Maxillaria. She said that I could have it to take home, and that I would give her a division when I divided it. And I can truthfully say that I haven't divided this yet. So, but there'll probably have to be repot this year. I really like how big it is. You know, it's really hard to get a plant that's going to be like close to specimen size. I did repot it when I first got it. I didn't divide it, but it was sort of all on one side of its pot. And I did readjust it and, you know, just give it, place it a little bit more fuller in the middle of this pot so it could grow out. So that is all my, oh, and then this one comes with, let's see if I can get this up. Usually you have to have a step ladder to do this. No, I'm gonna need a step ladder. I can't reach, I'm too short for 6 feet. All right. We will dangerously put this down on the ground so that I can share my trophy, which is just so beautiful. I have not done, I don't want to say very, but I haven't received one of these before. David's been doing these beautiful glass trophies since he became show chair, and this is my first receipt of one, and I'm going to display mine. I am so proud of it. Look at that. It's etched. It says Spring 2023, and it says Illinois Orchid Society Best of Class. Probably people can't see that, but I think it's fabulous. This is amazing. I love it. And I am so glad to have received the Best of Class for my Maxillaria. So that is everything for my results from the show, and I think that I will probably start listing orchids from that didn't sell from the spring show. I can list them now, but I'm not going to ship until probably mid-May. It's snowing today. I would not ship in this weather out of Chicago. I don't think things will make it. And so yeah, I think mid-May, if the weather is better, I might start shipping. So keep an eye out on my website for these extra plants that didn't find homes at the iOS Spring Show.